Hello, I'm Dennis Pullin. One of my favorite parts about being president and CEO of Virtua Health is getting to know our colleagues and the many ways they are here for good. Each person contributes to healthy communities, and each person has a story to tell. So Maria, welcome to Here for Good.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it is my pleasure. Let's start by talking about your role at Virtua. So you work with the New Jersey SEED program, correct?
Yes, I do.
Tell me what that is exactly.
We go out in the community, offer the services that we have: free mammograms, free pap smear, free GI, and we do other stuff in there, but mostly it's like the prevention, the cancer prevention.
And this is primarily for patients that are either underinsured or don't have insurance
they don't have
correctly.
insurance,
So a very
yes.
vulnerable population.
Yes, it is.
I know that you joined Virtua as a community outreach supervisor in 2020 when the pandemic was at its worst, right? Are you and your team now better able to reach patients and have what I would call these face-to-face meetings that you couldn't have during the pandemic?
We had to create a GDL that is all the information from previous patients. So that's how we were able to start making calls and getting people, knowing that we were there, you know what I mean? And that's how we start getting a lot of these appointments. And we were able through the pandemic, we were able to do a lot of community events. So we were there for the people, even with the pandemic hit. So
you try and reach people who, like yourself, native language is Spanish.
Yes.
And so how is it, and tell me about the importance of trying to connect with them, or people that are more comfortable when they have someone that can connect with them with their native language? In
our program, we had a lot of bilingual staffing. So when they hear the first call in Spanish, they're like, "Oh my God, you speak Spanish," So it's amazing that we are able. That we are able. And when they come to the mobile unit, they can see that my part of the team is Spanish. They are more like happy to be there, that because they know they're going to understand everything.
The connection there, particularly if you can speak with them in their native language, does that contribute to the trust factor?
When they see you that you speak Spanish, like they can probably see a bunch of people coming and they just wondering who they are, and then I start like, hello, hola. They more like, oh, they speak Spanish, so they feel welcome.
That's really important what you just said. They feel welcome. They feel like we are an organization that will embrace them. Well, tell me about your team and the other people that do this kind of work that embraces our community.
Those are patients, but they are volunteering in the community now. So they help us a lot, to pass information to the other people that need the services. They do it voluntarily, and they do it in the church. They do it on the work. So it's an amazing group that we have with the program. And
I remember hearing about you when we launched our mobile health and cancer screening unit. There was a patient who received a mammogram through the SEED program, and it revealed that she had cancer.
Yes.
And then she went on to get treatment, and now she is cancer-free. That woman said that you saved her life.
What I do it for the community, no matter what language they speak. I'm here for the community, and I remember her. It was a tough. We had to be calling her, and I think at my sixth call, probably I was able to bring her in, and it was the COVID season too. So I think people were just afraid to go out.
Right.
She was like, okay, I'm going. And then
but that persistence.
Yes,
it changed her life. It saved her life. And
yes.
She credits you with that. So you have to be pretty proud.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
And it just shows the importance of the work that you and your colleagues do. I want to switch gears for a little bit and get to know Maria outside of work. Now, I know your childhood would be considered different than most people.
Yes.
Can you share with our audience what that was like?
I'm from Honduras, but I grew up in El Salvador. in an orphanage. So when people hear the word orphanage, people sometimes feel sorry for the kids, you know what I mean? But it's in my case, and it was different. I was.
How large was the orphanage? How many kids?
It was probably at that time 300 kids in the orphanage. Yeah, and we had a person that was really taking care of me, you know, and that's the person that I call my mom. I still in communication with her, and I believe every kids that pass by that orphanage is still, you know, in connection.
Really?
Yeah, and I was with my two other sisters, so I never felt alone. And I was surrounded by social workers, teachers, you know, people who were caring about me. And I think that's why I am the person that I am, because I was always surrounded for good people, you know.
And you left there and came here to the United States?
Yeah, I came to United States with
What
to live
brought
with
you
my
to
father.
Philadelphia?
My father was the one who bring us here to Philadelphia with my sister. So I started here in a high school.
Oh, you went to high school?
Yeah, I went
here.
to high school in Philadelphia, and then I got married too young. I got married when I was 19.
I know you have said that growing up in an orphanage is what led you to a career in healthcare and your desire to help others. Yeah, explain that to me.
When you always surrounded for good people, you know, it's like you learn from to give to the community, and I was always like that, surrounded by good people, people who really care about you, you know, like. I never felt like I was abandoned, you know. I was always with a good family with a lot of kids. You know, they all were kind of my same age. You know, we had older siblings, but
Any connection still with any of those kids? Really?
Yeah. I went back 3 years ago and checked to Facebook. I was able to reconnect with a lot of people that I was like probably 30 years that I don't see them. And we did a reunion 2 years ago, and we were able to reunite like probably I will say 35 brothers and sisters plus the family.
You consider them brothers and sisters?
Yeah, we do. We do, and we still every day chatting on. We had a Facebook Messenger. We always, you know, chatting and sending birthdays. You know, a lot of stuff to people.
What about your family today? You have a family of your own?
Yes, I had 3 kids, 3 amazing kids. My youngest.
You smile when you say 3 amazing kids, which is great.
My youngest is gonna go to college right now. I just got my middle one back from college. She was in Montclair for 4 years, so now she's back home. But my little one is going to Rutgers, so it's gonna be another. But I'm happy for them because that's life.
You created a path for them through your hard work, and that's what we're supposed to do, right, as parents?
Yeah, as parents, yes, we try to teach the best, you know. My older daughter, she going back to college now because she saw my middle daughter going back to college, so she started college last year.
She didn't want to be left behind.
Yeah,
so she decided
like
to go
my mom.
back.
I'm starting college too, so we all in college right now.
Really?
So, yes.
And what do you want to make of that? What are you hoping to do past college?
I'm trying to go for social work, but I want to also give back to my community in El Salvador. So I'm in conversation trying to create a nonprofit organization to help the kids be able to go to school in El Salvador and Honduras.
You truly represent what it means to be here for good. I am so proud of the fact that we have you as part of this organization, the work that you do through the SEED program and how you're inspiring a whole new generation to give back and to be a part of creating this community of wellness. So on behalf of Virtua, thank you for all that you do.
No, thank you. Thank you. It's a great opportunity to be a part of the Virtua team. Thank you.
What an exciting story to hear Maria's journey, and I look forward to sharing more exciting stories with other colleagues on Here for Good, the Inside Edition. Stay tuned.